Hi, this is Alexandra at Beadaholique, here to show you how to use the third hand tool to make jewelry with bar chain. So here I have one completed scalloped bar chain earring, and we'll be making the companion to this earring in this video. At the end, we'll take a quick look at another project that I've started, and the third hand tool comes in very useful for all of this. So it comes with a magnifying glass, and that could be very handy for what we're doing here, but I happen to be nearsighted and we're going to be zooming in, so I'm going to set that aside. And for materials, I've got some 18mm scalloped bar chain, some 2mm cable chain. I've got a dagger-shaped earring post and some open oval jump rings that are 4x3mm. I have a couple tools over here I'll be using, some fine chain nose pliers and some bent chain nose pliers, and to clip the chain, some flush cutters. So to begin, I'm going to bring in some lengths of the bar chain that I've prepared by separating out links, and each of them has a little jump ring on either side. I'm going to need a 7th link to complete our earring, and so I'm going to bring in my tools to demonstrate how to separate these links. So in between, these are little open jump rings, and I'm going to go ahead and grip with my bent pliers and also my fine tipped pliers. And just, whoops, it's sort of like performing surgery. I'm going to open that up and slip off the link. Actually, you'll notice that this link happens to not have any jump rings at all, so I want to make sure that I'm keeping both jump rings on there. So having separated that one off, I'm going to go ahead and close this up again and take the other jump ring on the other side and separate this link. And that will be my 7th link for the project. And you'll find that you have quite a few of these extra little ones that you can save for future projects. All right, so there's my 7th link. I'm going to go ahead and put these off to the side. I also have 2 prepared links of the cable chain, and these are 1/2 inch each, which in this case is 10 links. So to begin, what I'll do is bring in a couple of these 4x3mm oval jump rings, and I'm going to put one on the end of each of these lengths of chain. These bent nose pliers are great for gripping, and they also help with muscle fatigue in the hands. So I'm really glad to have discovered these. Sliding on that end link, and I'm going to close it up. Close the jump ring up. And do the same thing on the other side. Oops. Get my grip. Slide on my link. It went off. And close it up. So what that's going to do is give us a little bit of an easier opening on the end that we need to work with. And with the other side of each of these chains, I'm going to grip them onto our third hand tool. Just tucking 1 or 2 of those links in. And then I'm going to close the little pinchers kind of to the distance that matches the length of my scalloped chain. So I'm ready to add on my first link. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in 2 more 4x3mm jump rings. And I found for myself that the easiest way to do this is to find the opening of my jump ring and slide it onto my previous jump ring, and then bring up the little ring on the edge of my link. I'm going to reposition my pliers to get on either side of the opening of the jump ring and close that up. Make sure that my closure is very tight, and I can let that down while I'm pulling up my other jump ring. So again, I'm going to link onto my previous jump ring up here, and here's where I want to make sure that my little scalloped link is looping downward in that draped configuration. And then I'm ready to close up the jump ring once I've slid the other one on. There we go, got our first link. So you can see that having attached that first 4x3 jump ring kind of facilitated the attachment of the next one without having to work our way through a tiny link of chain. So I'm ready to add on my next link, and for that I'm going to keep going with the jump rings, take another oval, and this time I'm going to slide it onto the little 2x3mm jump ring that comes on the scalloped bar, and then I'm going to slide on the little jump ring of my next scalloped bar, close the jump ring, like so, and repeat it on the other side. I've also got my jump ring coming with the open side toward me, and that's going to help me with the placement of my pliers to make that closure. Sliding on my jump ring, gripping on either side. Whoop, it slipped off. Let me try that again. That'll happen. It's definitely a process. This is like a little bit of jewelry surgery. In fact, this tool is traditionally used for jewelry repair, but it does come in very, whoops, excuse my hand here, very handy for these sorts of detail heavy works. Okay, so we've got the two connected, and I'm going to continue that process for 5 more links to complete my 7 links of chain, and then I'll come back with you and we'll attach the top and put on our earring hook. So I'm just finishing up my final chain link here. I'm going to close up this final jump ring. Now we're ready to attach our earring hook. So I'm going to take my piece off of the third hand tool and lay it down. I'm going to bring over another oval jump ring, and I'm going to slide on the end link of each of these top chains. I'm going to close that up. Bring in my earring post. I liked how the dagger shape of this went with the very clean curved lines of the piece. Opening up the loop on that earring hook and sliding on my top jump ring, closing it up. I want to be sure to remember our earring back. So now we have 2 pairs of scalloped bar chain earrings. Now for my other project here, it's a necklace that uses some 13.5mm bar chain. I just want to show you how nicely this clips on for the work I'm going to continue to do on this piece. And what this does is it holds it up nice and straight so that when I attach my last little triangle, which I've got the link ready for here, I'll be able to set the jump ring right next to the previous jump ring here and onto the bottom of that one there. And that's going to let them lay nice and straight down that bottom side of the chain. I also want to make note here that these little 2x3mm jump rings that come on the chain may be too small to attach the back loop of your clasp. So just be aware you may need another size of chain, jump ring rather, for that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. All of these supplies and tools are available at Beadaholique.com, and please also subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.